Hello everyone, Craig back at you. 2018 Honda Goldwing out here getting it in. Just enjoying a beautiful day for a ride. Out and about, taking advantage of every opportunity that we have to be on a wonderful motorcycle enjoying the afternoon. One of the things I was thinking about today as I was riding around is I have come to the realization that I am a techno geek, and that when it comes to riding my motorcycle, one of the reasons that I like the 2018 Honda Goldwing, well, it really is 2018, 2019, 2020 Goldwing, is for all of the technological advantages that it has, advances that it has on this bike. I'm a techno geek, and so I like that this bike has Apple CarPlay. I like that it has navigation built in, even though a lot of people say the navigation is not that great. I just use navigation off of my iPhone. But I like the fact that it's got a radio stereo system, if you like it. I like the fact that it tells me the outside air temperature, that it tells me how many miles till I'm empty. It tells me my TPMS, my tire pressure. I like all these feature comforts. I like being able to go down the road and just have my on this helmet I got my Sena Bluetooth connector, and I can go down the road and I can listen to music in my headset, or I can listen to an audiobook. I just like all that. I like the feature comforts that you would have in an automobile on a motorcycle. And I don't know if I didn't have these on a bike, would I enjoy the ride as much? For me, probably not. I did not come up in the era of, when I started riding motorcycles, I didn't come up in the era of bikes didn't have sound systems, they didn't have this. I mean, a lot of bikes still don't have sound systems, but you know what I'm saying. I came up in the era where this was an option, so I went for the option. If I had to go somewhere, long distance, and let's say you didn't have a Bluetooth headset. Let's take all the, the stuff away from the Honda Goldwing. Let's just talk about a Bluetooth headset. If you didn't have a Bluetooth headset, and let's say you had to go on a 300-mile trip, one way, 300 miles one way, 300 miles back, could you do it? Would you be bored out of your mind? I know I would be. I mean, I need to be entertained. I mean, I like being out, and I know I'll probably catch a lot of grief. I like being out. I like, getting, again, I keep saying wind therapy. That's a term that a lot of people are using. I like that, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with just listening to some music, and it makes the trip go by a little bit better, a little bit more enjoyable. So I like all the comforts that technology brings to the motorcycle game, and I don't know if I would enjoy it as much. And it even gotten to the point where I would say I'm dependent on it. So if I was going to ask a question, well, I always ask a question. So the question is, are you dependent on the technology that is offered for you to be able to have a good ride on your motorcycle? Are you dependent on the Bluetooth communicator? If you didn't have a Bluetooth, listening device where you could talk on the phone or listen to your music, would your ride be as enjoyable? If you didn't have it, would you care less about navigation? I am so into navigation that I've gone out of town, and thank God my navigation didn't stop working, because I wouldn't have known how to get to where I was going. I mean, I imagine I'd pull over and figure it out, but it's not like the old days, where you would just say, all right, let me look on the interstate, let me get my triptych, let me get my maps, I'm gonna pull it out, and I'll know how to get there. I don't need, there's no turn-by-turn direction. You just looked at the map and you figured out where you had to go, and you knew which turns you had to make. I don't do that on my motorcycle. I just pay attention to the screen. And if the screen says, this is where I'm getting off at, if I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, where I have no idea where I'm going, and it says, I'm going to get off at the next exit, I'm going to get off at the next exit. I've become totally reliant and dependent upon the technology that we have right now, to the point where, I don't prepare as well. Again, I'm not going to say I'd be totally lost and I'd sit on the side of the road crying. I'm not saying that. I'd figure it out. But I don't prepare like I did when I was younger before you had the technology, and say, okay, let me really plot out this route, because I know I have it in my bike. I know I have the technology there. And worst case scenario, I can just pick up the cell phone and call somebody. So, are you reliant upon technology for you to have an enjoyable ride? Yeah, I think I am. I'm just being honest. I think I am. So, as always, enjoy the day. Enjoy getting yourself out there. Do something. Have a good time. Again, life is too short not to be out enjoying yourself. And before we know it, again, it's only late March, but before we know it, summer will be almost over with. So take advantage of all the days you have. Take advantage of all the time you have, and really enjoy yourself. And just stay safe out there. All right, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.